recording this. Okay, so we're going to talk about 3 different types of groups tonight, and I'm really excited because I'm going to go off a lot on tangent. So I did make a PowerPoint, but I would totally be taking notes or watching this back and taking notes. So I guess I'm just going to share my screen first. And I am going to upload these to our team page so that you guys can refer back to these. So I live right next to an airport, so just like give me 5 seconds for this to go away. Okay, so there's really like 3 types of groups that coaches run, and it's really important that you guys know that you can start running a group at any point in time. I literally started running a group a week and a half after I became a coach. Okay, I didn't have somebody that I was running the group with. I did it all by myself. I survived. 2 years later, I'm still here. So you just need to like be a go-getter, be proactive. Like at the end of this call, you should not be asking the question, what is a group? What am I inviting people to? And how do I run one? More than that, guys, other than just here, YouTube, Pinterest, and the Coach Online Office are amazing resources. So I actually just want to show you guys that super quick. Like what I mean by being a go-getter is you're a business owner. You cannot be waiting around for people to tell you what to do. All right? You have to be going out and doing that kind of stuff. Because you have to think of it this way. When you start to build a team, are you just you're going to want them to go off and start to do these things on their own too. Okay? And the reason being is that you want them to become as independent from you as quickly as possible so that they can build their own team, that they can turn this into a business. It's the whole idea of why we're here. So I want to show you guys this first. If you log into your Beachbody site, you're in your Coach Online Office, and you click on sales and marketing, and you go down to challenge group tools. There's literally everything in here that you need, okay? From downloading the app to complete guide to challenge packs, what is it? Like even this. Okay, so if you scroll to the bottom and click on view the challenge group guide, this is, and I totally encourage you to kind of like make it your own. These are a little blah, but it's a great place to start. So the ones that I typically focus on are just the one that says multi-program guide. And it's pretty cool. If you click on this, it's going to take you through an entire prep week. So getting started, where do you live? What's your occupation? There's even images. So this really is perfect for you, especially the people who are like, I don't have time to do this. It's literally all laid out here. You have to be a go-getter. You have to be searching for this kind of stuff. So at any point in time, you guys can run a group. It's literally all here. Getting started with Beachbody on demand. Getting started with nutrition. They have the images. They have everything that you need. So this is considered a prep week, okay? And then it literally just goes straight into week 1, getting started, all right? So simple. It's all there for you, okay? So that's that. The biggest thing that I want you guys to take away from this call is inviting to groups, posting about your groups, and giving yourself enough time to put one together, okay? I see so many of us or so many coaches, like not even just you guys specifically, but I see so many people get excited and they just spend so much time decorating a group, putting together a cover photo, putting together all these graphics and videos and outlines and whatever, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what fancy stuff you have if you do not have one human being in the group. So guys, the whole idea behind running groups is to build your tribe. It's the whole idea behind it, okay? So we're going to touch base on free groups, lifestyle groups, and challenge groups. So the first one is a free group. So to be honest, I'm not a huge free group person. It's just not really my jam. I've been coaching for 2 years. I never really had success with them, but with that being said, there are some coaches whose success is completely dependent on running a free group. Okay, there's so many different ways that you guys can go about doing them, and I'm going to talk about that on the next page. But the whole idea of running a free group is to build a relationship with people before they feel that they need to like commit to anything. Okay, so it's showing them that you have something to add to their life, that you have value to share. And it's a really great way to just build a relationship as a new coach without the pressure of feeling like you are quote unquote selling something to somebody. Okay, so free groups, the biggest thing that I want you guys to take away is if you were to go to YouTube right now and type in free groups Beachbody, the majority of what you're going to get, like 95%, is going to be a free clean eating group. No, I've never had success with those because I am not a clean eater. I am a clean-ish eater, but I'm not really somebody that's going to sit down and eat clean 90% of the time. I'm still a burger, sugar, creamer in my coffee kind of person, so that's just, I don't get excited about that stuff. And so what that means is that I don't really put heart into these free groups. I lose interest quickly, and that's just not my jam. But I ran a group before I knew all of you that was a booty building group because at the time I was still personally training. So I basically just took all of the programs that I was teaching or using for my clients, and I put them into this private free group. Okay, so the whole idea is I want you guys to think about something that you like. Okay, and the biggest thing about running a free group is to help set yourself up for success with Success Club points. Okay, so when you are thinking about running a free group, you either want it to be the very beginning of a month or you want it to be the very end of a month. Okay, so if it's the very beginning, then that means that you have your challenge group, which we'll talk about then. That means that you have your challenge group running the middle toward the end of the month. So you have your free group where you're building that relationship, you're getting to know them, blah, 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 you're offering free value. And then at the end of the free group, you're going to invite them to a paid group, aka a challenge group. Because remember, guys, you don't need a business to inspire and help people, all right? You started a business because, yes, of course, you want to help other people fall in love with themselves the way that you have, but at the same time, you want to build an income. You want to create a career exit strategy for your life right now. You want to bring in an extra couple $100s a month so that you can help pay off debt, help pay for a vacation, help pay for, Christmas presents, whatever it might be. So you have to remember that the whole goal is you have something to offer these people. You've invested in the all access pass or in a challenge pack of some sort at some point, all right? It's kind of selfish if you're not going to offer that to other people, right? So the whole idea behind the free group is to provide free content, grow your contact list, and it's basically a preview for a challenge group. So like I said, you want to set it up. You want to have this planned out, okay? So I highly encourage that you pick a kind of free group that you want to do and run that same kind of group for 3 months in a row. The reason being is that people are going to catch wind of it and they're going to be watching you. So say if they're not quite ready to start yet, like you're going to have those conversations with people that just join right away. Okay, those are the rare people. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes you do. Now for everybody else, it's going to take them to see, oh, she does these groups the same week of every single month. So they're going to be watching you. They're going to be seeing, like, is she going to keep showing up for these, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is a really great way for newer coaches to find your groove, get into the habit of inviting, following up, creating posts, and really just finding and connecting with your tribe. Okay, so a few ideas as far as free groups go. And remember, this is all free content. Okay, so I really encourage you to think about something that you're already good at or something that you already like or something that isn't going to take up too much of your time that you can just kind of throw together because it is free. All right, I don't want you guys to get into the habit of spending too much time in free groups because if you do, you're going to get stuck in this mindset that you feel awkward inviting people or that you've built too tight of a friendship with them that now you feel awkward asking them to buy something. All right, remember, you are here to help these people change their life. And if it's free, people really don't put as much effort into it. They don't value it as much. All right, like the perfect example is if, like recently, I've been reached out to by Pure Barre here in Wilmington to do a free class. They saw my Instagram and they wanted me to come in. And I just keep making excuses to go in. And a lot of it is just because it's free. Like whatever, I didn't pay for anything. I'm not missing out on anything, whatever. But had I paid for a membership there knowing that a Pure Barre membership is about $115 a month, you bet your ass I'm going to be showing up to that class. Okay? So I really encourage you to think about something that you actually like so that you're excited to show up every day. People are going to sense your passion and they're going to sense your lack of passion. So the more excited that you are, the more excited they're going to be. So, for example, off the top of my head, free groups that would fit my personality, because I talk about this stuff all the time, would be morning routines. So I ran a group back when she's no longer a coach, but her name was Julie. We ran a morning routine group together. And it was super fun. It was super simple because I wake up at 5 o'clock every single morning. I'm doing affirmations every single morning. I have a miracle morning routine that I'm following. So all I did was honestly just go to Pinterest, find printables. I made them my own, just decorated them through a free site. The site is called Canva. I'm going to actually type it in here so you guys can see this. Just canva.com. You can make a lot of free graphics here, whether it's the cover photo of a group or it's just an image, whatever it might be. So you just want to think about what do you like to do and figure out what does your niche want. I get reached out to all the time about how do you wake up so early? Or how do you have energy throughout the day when you're awake that early? Okay, so that's obviously it would be such an easy thing for me to do because I'm already getting asked about it. You can also do like a self-care routine. Say that you're somebody that is, big about skincare and maybe like oils or exfoliating. I don't know, something like that. You could do a week-long group about that. But my biggest thing for you is you don't want to make a group longer than 10 days that's free. All it's going to do is create moochers. You're going to be bored within that, and people are going to start to lose interest. Remember, guys, they have no buy-in. There's no investment there. There's no reason that they're going to continue to show up. Okay? So, what I did is I attached this little video here below. It's all about free groups, why they're important, how to create one in Facebook. I'm not going through how to create a Facebook group right now. I'm just really want to just talk to you about what these are so that you guys know what to invite to. So, for example, if I were inviting to a free group, I'm just going to insert a new slide. So if I were to invite to a free group, you just want to keep it super simple, okay? So these are people that you have just reached out to. So say, for example, you friend request somebody, they accept it, and you do a gangster rap connection, or you do a hey girl message. So they don't respond, but they saw it. Okay, something that you can do is send them an invite to a free group. It's free, okay? So you don't have to feel awkward or salesy or anything like that. It's basically your way of saying like, hey, I know that you probably don't understand why I'm Facebook messaging you just to say hi, right? Because it's a little weird, but here's the reason ultimately that I wanted to reach out to you. It's a great way to build a friendship with them and show them that you're not just somebody that's reaching out and saying, hey, I have a goal. Will you help me hit it? Or, hey, will you buy this from me because I just started this business, blah, blah, blah. So an invite will just be super simple. So say it's to somebody that you don't know very well. My go-to invite would just be, hey, girlfriend, hope it's cool to pop in like this. Not sure if it's your kind of thing, but, and I always say like a friend and I. So it doesn't just seem like you. But a friend and I are putting together a fun, free little booty building event here on Facebook next week. And I thought you'd love the fitness. I thought you'd love to check it out. I don't know, something like that. Thought you'd love to check it out. Let me know if you're down to talk more about it. Either way, hope to talk soon. Okay, so you're kind of like, you're inviting them, but you're still kind of like leaving a little air of mystery, right? You don't want to say everything in one invite, guys, okay? So like over time, you can tell them that there's a superfood shake. Well, actually, no, because that's a totally different group. I'm trying to move this up. Okay, so the whole idea behind it is you want them to communicate. You want to get them to ask you questions and to respond. Okay, so booty building, it's a really big thing right now in the fitness world. Everybody's trying to build a booty. So it's kind of a normal thing to invite people to. Okay, so for them, it's going to be like, yeah, like what all does this entail? Or what do I need to do? Or yeah, like where's the invite? Or something like that. Okay, so not only are you going to be privately inviting to these, but it's really important that you are publicly posting about them. Okay, the worst thing that you can do for yourself is spend all this time and effort privately messaging people and then them come to your page and just see a bunch of shared photos or shared memes or shared links to your page by your friend or your distant cousin, and they're like, I have no idea who you are and what you're talking about. Okay, so it's really important that you announce what you're doing before you start inviting to. So, for example, say that you want to run this group the first Monday of the month so that you can hit Success Club by the 15th. That's always my goal, is to hit Success Club by the 15th of the month, so I'm not scrambling and putting all this pressure on myself for the end of the month, okay? The end of the month, you want to gear toward finding coaches. The beginning of the month, you want to try to get all the people into your challenge groups so you can just focus on coach people toward the end of the month, okay? Because most of your coaches are coming from challenge groups. So if you are going to run a free group at the beginning of the month, for example, it could, just off the top of my head, it can be a sweaty selfie challenge, aka you open a Facebook group and all these people are doing is posting a sweaty selfie. You would post the daily post, it would say like Monday, all right? And guys, the really cool thing right now about Facebook, I don't know if you noticed this, but you can actually start scheduling posts. Okay, so you can click down here, schedule post, just like you do in the app. Okay, so you can still plan out all of these things the night before. Please don't tell me that you don't have time. Okay, it's just lack of time management and figuring out how much time it takes you to do certain things. So if I were to run a group at the beginning of the month, I know that I want to post about it at least a week and a half prior. Okay, so I would post about it 10 days before the group's going to run and just be really excited. Like, hey guys, I'm so excited. Friend and I have gotten together and we decided that we want to do something super chill, super chill, totally free, just a way to kind of all get together, support each other on the kickoff to our health and fitness or whatever it might be. Or say that you're doing a morning routine, or say that you're doing how to prevent late night snacking. Something like that, you know, come up with ideas, go for a walk after dinner. Don't sit down and do what you always do that leads to the late night snacking. If you find that you're late night snacking every time you're sitting on your couch after dinner, don't sit on your couch after dinner. There's the way to kind of break that habit, okay? So if you're doing something like that, just make sure that you have a reason why you're running the group. So if I were to create a morning routine group, my first call to action, so announcement post about the group, will probably include something along the lines of, hey guys, I've been getting a lot of awesome feedback from you privately about just wanting to be more of a morning person. And that totally excites me because I totally love my miracle morning. It's the one way that I start my day off on a positive note. If I didn't have it, I'd be a totally crazy bitch. I need this to kick my day off. So I've decided to put together a super fun free event next week. We're going to all do this together. We're going to commit to waking up at a certain time. We're all going to hold each other accountable to it. We're going to text each other in case we're not showing up to the group, whatever it might be. Okay, so then when now you go to invite people, you can say something like, hey girl, not sure if you saw my post about it yesterday, but a friend and I have decided to run this miracle morning group because we've had a lot of people reach out to us about wanting to be a morning person. Not sure if that's your jam, but figured I'd ask because you seem super cool, or you seem like you would totally fit in well with the group. If you have questions, please let me know. Always here to chat. So simple. And then they go to your page and it's like, oh, okay, now that's what she's talking about. They're at least going to be more open to it. So as far as free groups go, you want to give yourself enough time to post about it, to invite for it, and then make sure that you have it all planned out. All right? To me, the ideal length of a free group is 5 days, doing sort of like a prep week, Friday through Monday. A Saturday through Monday, and then having it really just run that Monday through Friday. okay? Because on Friday, people are kind of in a good mood. They're happy. It's either payday or it's just the freaking weekend. So they're more likely then to be open to the idea of you talking about a challenge group, okay? The whole idea behind you running one of these groups is to say to people that if it weren't for coaching, you never would have run one of these groups, even though it's free. And that's when you can say to them, like, hey girls, like it's the end of the group. I've had so much fun, blah, blah, blah. Just wanted to make a quick announcement. If you want to continue on having support and accountability, maybe adding a fun little health and fitness routine to your morning schedule now, whatever it may be. A group of girls and I from all around the country are getting together through this fun little app. We're going to hold each other accountable to our goals every day. There's one-on-one meal planning involved, all this other stuff. Okay, so now they already trust you. They've gotten to know you. You've already given them something free. They're going to be way more likely to be open to the conversation of a challenge group. Okay, now with that being said, I don't want you to be always leading with a free group. Okay, you want to lead with a challenge group because you can always fall back then to a free group. Okay, at the same time, say if it's somebody that you know they don't have money, or you're going to their page and they're not really posting a lot. So you don't really know like who they are, and you don't really know if they're your tribe or not. Invite them to the free group. See if they're going to participate. See if this is something that you guys have anything in common, blah, blah, blah. And then from there, you invite to the challenge group. Okay? My last little tips as far as running a free group, whatever it is, make sure that you are sharing your life as a coach. You don't have to shout Beachbody. You don't have to say Shakeology. But like if you're running a clean eating group, put down there that you're having your superfood blend. If people are interested in trying it, they can order it through you. I would always say at discount, right? You can sign them up as a discount coach right then. You can post, if you're doing like a booty building group, you can post the Brazil butt lift or something like that. And just kind of say like, yeah, if you guys want to try this workout, you can get it through me, whatever it might be. Always try to find a way to tie it into what you're doing without being like straight up salesy about it. Okay, so this is the part that I'm really excited about because this is something that I have been working on the past couple of weeks. So I had a long time ago created a lifestyle group, and it was way too early in my business and it kind of fell off. But lifestyle groups are amazing. This is something that I would highly encourage you guys to get into if you don't want to do the free group route. Okay, so before we continue on, the one thing I want to say is, first and foremost, you should be running challenge groups. You guys are here to build a business. You're here to build a team. Okay, you're not going to build a team if you're only offering free content. Okay, remember, you do not need a business to provide a free group, a lifestyle group, or whatever. But you need a business in order to run a challenge group because those people need to order a health and fitness program through you. Okay, so if you want to run a free group, great. Avoid the lifestyle group for now. If instead you think the lifestyle group is more your jam, then avoid the free group. Because remember, we're trying to make this as efficient for you as possible since most of you are working a full-time job. And you also want to show the people that you're talking to, if they're your niche, they're probably living a similar lifestyle as you. They want to see that this is convenient, that they can fit this into their lifestyle, that there aren't 450,000 things that they need to be doing to grow their business. So a lifestyle group is an ongoing group. Okay, this is where you are building your team culture. You are not inviting in this group. Okay, you can sort of talk about Shakeology if you want to, but this is more so outside of the whole health and fitness realm. Of course, if health and fitness is something that's like super duper passionate for you, then yeah, go ahead. Like I would say more so for maybe like Taylor, it kind of is because she has all the recipes and she's a big cook and all of that kind of stuff. But like for me personally, that's, cooking and whatever is fine, but I really do it just because I know that my followers like to see a meal prep post. I mean, before all of this, I wasn't really using plastic containers to keep track of my food. I do it for the post. I do it for the likes. I'm not going to lie. But a lifestyle group is something that I get really excited about. This is really where you're going to build friendships with people. This is a great way to pull people from Instagram to Facebook, okay, to build a community, all right? So the coolest thing about this is that you are going to connect on a really deep, personal, raw level that eventually is people are just going to ask, what do you do? Why do you do this? And how can they do it too? Okay? And they're going to be blown away when they find out that you're a Beachbody coach. So a lifestyle group idea. This is something I would highly encourage you to watch later. This is from Kelly Hanner. She is, I think, still coaching. She's like an 8-star diamond coach. When I first met her, Kelly was like the person to know in Beachbody. I met her about 3 months into my business. She's on Team Boom. She's like way up there with Patrick as one of the founding coaches. She has coaches underneath her like Carolyn Marone, if any of you follow her. Trying to think who else. And Carolyn Marone's like a 6-star diamond coach. But anyway, Kelly Hanner is really fucking cool. She is somebody who has, I'm just going to show you guys really quick who Kelly Hanner is so that you can see what she has created. Her lifestyle group is called the Woman Home. She has almost 3,000 people in it. And Kelly Hanner talks about some deep shit. So hers is called the Woman Home. As you can see, she has a description. So I'm going to show it to you guys so you have an idea of what it is. This is your woman home. Anything fits. This is your fun place to express your God-given talent to be different. Just keep your negativity out of our home. Okay? So, 2015 was her pinned post. Okay? She has not changed this. This is pretty damn cool. Thank you to every single one of you for being a part of our hole. Just remember the first rule of the woman hole is to not talk about the woman hole. Just playing. Tell all of your friends, let's make this huge. We need a common ground area for us chicks who are positive, open-minded, fun, have their shit together, or are trying to get it together, don't mind some damn cussing, are into good music, fitness, the universe, are spiritualistic, whatever that looks like for you, appreciate men, women's physiques, and are just bomb-ass women. Sierra, I think you're really going to like her. Just please understand we have a strict rule against selling, okay, negativity, and being a sourpuss. Any signs of that will get your post deleted and you'll be removed from the group. We got to protect the sacredness of this hole. Also make note that you'll probably get a ton of shit. You'll probably get a shit ton of notifications from this. An easy Google search of how to turn off notifications will remedy that. One last major note about privacy. What happens here stays here. I feel I shouldn't really even need to entertain this thought, but I also feel like I need to say it anyway. That being said, do not repeat what is said in privacy. Okay? So she's really built something amazing. I mean, if you can see, that's 344 likes on that post. Okay? So people are sharing anything like name a movie, replace one word with asshole. Okay? So y'all, this is me right now jumping into the dating scene, LMAO. It's just literally anything for women. Okay? That was actually really funny. This is Kelly. Okay, so Kelly posted something. This is a friend of hers that was hit and killed by a drunk driver. Okay, so she's posting stuff like that, you know? What are your go-to guilty pleasures? Anything like that. And as you can see, like so many people are getting this group up and going that Kelly doesn't even have to post as much anymore. As you can see, it's really not health and fitness related. It's just kind of anything related. And yeah, so for example, let me plug my computer. Okay, so the whole idea behind these is you really want to connect with people over parts 1 and 2 of your story. All right, you guys should know what your story is. Remember, that is the who you were before coaching and what needed to change in your life or what was missing. Okay, that's what people connect to. They don't connect to the happiness that you're feeling right now. They're inspired by it, but they could kind of care two shits right now. Okay, so you want to have a variety of topics that are important to you. So, for example, the group name that I've come up with that I want to make for my lifestyle group is going to be called #HerSpace. Okay, so kind of like a play off of my space, and just basically making it like a mental health awareness group. I'm going to be talking about how marijuana has been helping me through my cope with my anxiety, how I don't believe in modern day medicine. I'm going to be talking about just like my family life, my mom being an alcoholic, talking about traveling, okay, talking about overcoming eating disorders, talking about how I didn't have a lot of friends growing up and how, like, you know, this group means a lot to me to be able to connect with people that I never would have met if it weren't for being a coach, because I'd have no purpose to reach out to these people. All right? The biggest thing is, though, that you want to keep it private. You want to kind of pretend that this is your living room at home. Okay? You don't want to let anyone and everyone into this space. Okay? This is really a chance for you to connect with your tribe. All right? So I want you to be nitpicky with it. I want you to be selective with who you're allowing into this space. And there's a couple ways that you can do that. When you guys go ahead and make a group, what you can do is you can, I'll actually show it to you here. When you guys go to make a group, so for example, I'm also changing the name of Confidence in Coaching, is that when you click on, let's say it's Manage Group, if you go to Member Requests, let's see, I know it's in here somewhere. Okay, you can click on Settings, and you can ask a series of questions. Okay, so in this way, you actually have to evaluate the people before they join you. All right, so I think that's a really cool idea. It just kind of makes sure that you're not just getting people that are just joining to just be a part of something or to just see what you're doing. You know, like, you want them to be a part of it because they want to be a part of it and they're going to add value to it. Okay, so you want to have a pretty descriptive description of it, like just like Kelly did, just like I showed you. Either pinned post or pinned video that's just sort of setting the tone, the guidelines, and the expectations right from the start. Kelly just kind of says, like, if you post any negative shit, you're out. There's no discussion. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Peace out. All right? You also want to figure out, like, who is this for? Is it just for women? Do you want to have an open group? You know, what do you want to have for it? For me personally, I want an all-female group. I was a personal trainer. I worked with males. I'm over that shit. I don't want to be in corporate America for the sole purpose that being a tiny girl, I just don't get any credit and I have no credibility, and it's just not my jam. If I want to run a lifestyle group, it's my group, and I want to make it just for women. Okay, so you just have to think about those things. When you are inviting to a lifestyle group, when you are posting when you make a post, say it's a call to action post about coaching, you can say, like, you know, in the meantime, if you just want to kind of see, like, what I do, you know, outside of coaching, like, why I'm here, what my story is, join us, be a part of the space that I've created. You know, however you want to talk about it. It can be funny, it can be, you know, like a dating page, whatever. I know that Caroline Nathan put together a fun group that was all about failed Tinder experiences, and it actually did really, really well. I can't run a group like that, clearly, because I'm in a relationship with Ben, so that won't work for me in my niche. My niche is in a serious relationship or at least doing their own thing. So just think about who you are, what kind of tribe you want to create, and build a group around that. Now for the core of the call. What is a challenge group and how do I create one? This is the first and foremost thing you should be inviting to every single day. Every single day. It is a vital behavior, guys. It's a vital behavior. Stop overcomplicating the process of getting a group up and running. You can run a group at any point in time, all by yourself. If you saw at the beginning of the call how I showed you in the Coach Online office, they literally have posts already made out. If you go to YouTube, you can honestly find anything, like just for shits and giggles. I know there's going to be stuff from what I was searching earlier. Let's see. Beachbody challenge groups. Guys, there's literally so many things. From what is a challenge group, best Beachbody coach challenge group practices, how to master the challenge group invite, how to run successful challenge groups. Remember, guys, I trained myself on YouTube. So if all of you liked how I was running groups, this is where I got all my info from. So you just need to be go-getter. And more than that, you guys have already been in a group. You've been in groups several times. What works? What do you like? What don't you like? You know, pick and choose and just go with that. Don't overcomplicate it. The biggest thing is you just need to get the content out there. You can tweak it, add to it, perfect it over time. Don't make it perfect right now because it's not going to be. Just newsflash, it's not going to be perfect. All you're going to be doing is spending more and more and more and more time on it until you put it out there and you're getting feedback from the people in your group. You're getting feedback from the other coaches you're running it with. You're not going to know what works and what doesn't work. All right? So just make it and put it out there. Right now, all of you should be inviting with the all access pass. Okay, so whether you want to just call it like a shifts going down for real or a get your shift together kind of group, or you want to make it more of like a mystery, kind of like how Caitlin and I did the Soul Shine series, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter however you want to do it. But at the end of the day, yes, you are inviting them to the all access pass. And why? I was talking to Caitlin about this, and I said that the whole idea here is that everyone else that's a coach is just running a challenge group. They're inviting you to just buy the all access pass. They are just going to give you workouts and copy and paste a meal plan from Pinterest. What you are doing that is different, that is adding value, is that you are posting things like, what are 3 things that you're grateful for? Okay, you're not just doing things like, I mean, you guys have been in my groups. You know how I run them. I'm not just post a sweaty selfie. Okay, maybe after a couple days or, maybe when it's in fit and lean, whatever, but every post is pretty detailed. And that fits my niche. My niche likes to write. My niche likes to do stuff like that. Okay, so you just have to think, is your niche short and straight to the point that a sweaty selfie is enough, or do they need to interact more? Okay, so just be aware of all of that. So you also want to think about, do you want to run yours through Facebook or through the Challenge Tracker app? Totally up to you. They both have their ups and downs. I think the app's a little bit easier to keep track of everybody, but I like Facebook more because I'm already on it. So it's just kind of like going back and trying, figure out which one works best for you. Okay, so as far as running challenge groups, you have to have a reason why you are doing it. Okay, so you're not just running a group to run a group. So when I'm talking about like running the Soul Shine series, it's like because depression and mental health are things that are, really prevalent in my life. So I want to teach other people that happiness is worth fighting for. Okay, we are going to lose this call because time is up. But I'm going to post the rest of these here for you girls in the team page. I will finish recording this this is all pretty straightforward stuff. The biggest things I want to leave this off on, what I'm going to do is I'll just go live to finish off this call. So that way I'm going to finish this recording right now. I'm going to hop into our team page and finish this live. I'll share the slides right now so you guys can follow along as I'm talking. Sound good? All right, see you in team Let Your Soul Shine.